Thank you, girl. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
A little bit of feedback.
Oh, can you hear me good?
No, we can't.
Okay, good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I know it's probably been a busy day.
Yeah,
It has
definitely been a busy day, but that's a beautiful thing. There's a lot of people that would like to be busy right now, so we take that as a blessing.
Yeah, I know that's right. You ain't saying nothing but a word about that. Now, congrats on the grand opening. I can't go any further until I give you your proof. I was on the live today, and I took some tour with you guys. So it looks amazing.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We put a lot of work into it, and the ribbon cutting ceremony was definitely pretty cool for me on whatnot, kind of seeing it go from what it was to what it is, and also a testament of what we look to build. And she put it together, and it was just a beautiful event.
Yeah, and it was good to have all of our supporters there as well to join us virtually. That was a really cool experience because that's really what we built the headquarters out for, was a safe place for people to come and do their broadcasts like you're doing, or their Zoom meeting, or their calls without a lot of extra distractions or anything like that. So it's literally a place for people to come and stream to the masses.
Yes, I think it's definitely so good. It's a great idea, and I can't wait. We're gonna definitely hop into more about EVOPIA, but we can't give it to them too soon just yet. Okay, like, I want to get to the background, give them the gist of the hard work you guys have put into it, and really give your story. Well, first and foremost, how and when did you two meet?
Whoa. Well, I can't tell that story. You can tell it. Okay, no. So we met on Tinder. When we met in 2017. I feel January. Early 2017. And that's we've been inseparable since. Like literally. We went on our first date maybe like the day after we met on Tinder, and the rest is history. So
yeah.
Oh, you guys got to be like in the next sponsor ad for Tinder. Like,
we thought about it.
We tried to get them to pay for our wedding, but I don't think I had enough time to coordinate that. But the anniversary, I'm gonna hit them up.
Yeah, you need to, girl. Tell them fly you out somewhere or something, okay? But okay, so that's such a good story. Do the both of you come into this relationship like knowing that you had to build this empire, or was there a moment where?
Yeah. That's really what kind of made her stand out to me, as far as in general, just in conversation, was the depth of the conversation that we had from the beginning. Even on Tinder, we were talking about making business moves together, and our goals and different things like that. So it was definitely like immediately we both kind of hit it off, because we both have big visions for not only our futures, but for the future of the communities around us.
And I can tell you that on my Tinder profile, I had about 10 pictures, you know what I mean? I had a full bio, I had my whole resume. I had all of that. On his, it was just like a few words. It was like entrepreneur. And it said something about 420. And I was like, who is this? I was like, you can do that for real. Let me cute. Let me see. Let me just roll the dice and see what happens. So that's how that happened. And we were DMing, and he basically was like, I like what you're doing in marketing and communications, and I have my own business. And so if this doesn't work out, like relationship-wise, maybe we can work together. And I was thinking in the back of my mind, I was just like, if this doesn't work out relationship-wise, I'm not working with you. Like that would be awkward, and I'm not going to do that. But we'll try it and see. And it worked out, thankfully.
Right. Thankfully, okay, you made the right choice, girl. Right choice. Now, you guys started getting together and doing some amazing things. And you also ended up doing something a lot of business owners would call unheard of, and that's earning $1 million in revenue in your first year of business.
Yeah.
Congrats to that. What would you say contributed to that success the most?
Well, you said who or what? I want to make sure I answer the question. What? Oh man, tremendous effort. Like putting in double the effort. 80-hour weeks were a norm. Just grinding it out and also being willing to learn or whatnot. We kind of had to take a position where we were very humble in our status and everything like that. So we had to, really kind of just grind it out for a while, learn the business. And fortunately, real estate has very big transaction sizes. So to hit those types of numbers are easier in real estate than maybe something where you're selling a $5 to $10 product. So yeah, I would say just hard work and grinding.
Yeah.
I would say that definitely it's something that you have to make a decision to do, kind of like, I guess, when he talks about tough times, like when your back is against the wall, it's kind of like, when your life depends on it, when your livelihood depends on it, when your future depends on it, when, if you're going to eat tomorrow depends on it, where you're going to live depends on it. It's a lot more motivating to make those plays and make it happen successfully. So we weren't even really like counting like, oh, we're going to get to $1 million. We were just like, we got to eat, we got to live, we got to pay our bills, we got to do this, we got to do that, so we got there. We're like, whoa, we did good.
Yeah. You're right about that. Okay. That's more motivation than anything. Now, you guys have a few labor of love that you work on and you put everything into. One of them being Push Nation. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Push Nation is a personal initiative of mine that was somewhat my brainchild. I just believe heavily in giving back. It's something that when I was in tougher situations myself, where I needed help and I needed assistance and things like that, when I got out of my situation, that I would make sure that I dedicated a certain amount of my resources to give back to the community. And that's what PUSH is about. It stands for persist until success happens. It's something that I live by or whatnot, and it got me from, I don't want to say a lower point or whatnot, but where I wasn't as focused, using my energy as productively, to a point where I'm able to kind of do that. And I want to, share that message with other people as well. Just no matter what your situation is, with the right amount of time and the right mindset, that you can turn it into anything that you want to turn it into. So that's what that is. It's specific for community service, and that's where we serve the community as far as our food bank, where we feed roughly about 200 to 300 families a week, and also our affordable housing initiatives, where we assist our current residents with, mental health services, parenting classes, financial literacy classes, and all these things are free of charge. But it's just to help people that are in a tough spot, because I know how it feels to be in that position. And you can always go back to that position as well. So that's, that threat is always there if you don't stay on top of it. So that's where that came from.
Yeah. You ain't lied about that. Now, how is this different from EVOPIA?
EVOPIA is our membership organization. It's specific. It's like a like NRA, maybe something like that. So it's an organization where you can be a member and you basically share the same principles. That's what EVOPIA is. It's a 501c3. So, we're registered with the state and the federal government, and it's specific for the members of the Black community to come together and discuss solutions to the problems that we have within our communities. So that's what EVOPIA is specifically for, a meeting place for us. And, it's a physical situation, as you saw with our ribbon cutting, and it's also a digital situation that was the brainchild that came from the pandemic, because with that situation, we can't meet up as much and, you know, have discussions or whatnot, kind of like how we're doing right now. You know what I mean? So digital meeting spaces and just digital platforms are very important that we control, because we have Instagram, but we don't control this. They can cut this live off anytime they want to or censor us. And, you know, same thing with Facebook and WhatsApp and all the others. So ours is Black owned and Black controlled. So we can kind of go in there and say what we want, to talk about what we want, and it be a safe place away from trolls and, you know, censorship and all of that. So that's what EVOPIA is.
And I actually saw somebody ask what was the cost. The cost to become a member of EVOPIA is absolutely free. So you can go to EVOPIA, EVOPIA.org, and sign up for free. But obviously, to use the facilities at our headquarters in Atlanta, there are fees.
Okay.
Depending on what you want to do.
That was going to be my next question. Because I mean, you guys offer so much at, you know, the headquarters. I was in the lab just like, oh my goodness, we got an office and a studio. So I was going to ask to use those facilities. And
it depends on.
I'm sorry, give them the address to those over in the Georgia area. Yeah, as well.
The address is 4525 Fulton Industrial Boulevard in Atlanta, Georgia. No, you don't have to live in Atlanta to be a member. We will be opening up headquarters in major cities across the country where we have a large demographic of our people. So we will be coming to other areas, but right now that's what we've been able to establish within the time frame of the pandemic. But the address is 4525 Fulton Industrial. And there are costs for, we basically have costs for things like childcare, to have someone that there for your child. Also videography services, anything where you're taking someone else's time to assist you with the service. We do ask that you compensate them, but there are plenty of services that will be completely free to be involved with EVOPIA. But yeah, definitely any service where it requires someone to do something else for you. For example, our mail handling services. If somebody wants a business address, the costs are very low, but there's definitely cost involved with processing your mail and getting it to you or whatnot. So those areas we will have costs. But as far as membership goes, we try to offer as much value as possible. And we feel like we've offered a wide array of that for people, and that's our goal, is just to bring value to our community in whatever way possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you said it, you guys, you've incorporated so much. You have reach in the music industry, like you said, childcare, you got the office space for those who need, the meetings and everything like that. Are there any other industries or areas where you would like to extend more reach into that you haven't necessarily made it into yet?
That's a really good question. We don't always get asked questions, but that's a good question. And yes, there's definitely.
Yeah, we have 10 initiatives that we support. So events, education, wellness, mental health, and all of these things are listed on our website. So if anybody has expertise in any of those industries, we welcome you to share that expertise with our members.
And that's the main goal of EVOPIA, is to bring together the Black community so we can leverage our resources and our skills. Right now, I personally would like to get into the education industry, as far as making sure that our kids have, like something better than what they're getting right now with this pandemic. I think every parent right now is a little concerned about the education system and where their child stands there. So I think it will be a great time for us to put together some type of platform. And we have so many teachers, so many educators, so many administrators in our community. It would be great to put that together into something that we control, to ensure the quality of education for our communities. But that will probably be the next area. And also security. We would like to get in security, but there's only so much that we can do. You know what I mean? So that's why we're trying to get with other people who are like-minded so that we can kind of share our resources with them, because we specialize in real estate, and that's what we know. So that's what we try to stick to. But there are other areas that we would like to work with other people that have expertise in those areas to make sure that those areas are covered as well. Because right now it's a rough time, in the whole world. But so I think it's a good time for us to rebuild, restructure, and kind of smarten up in our approach to a lot of things.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, and you touched on something, like you said, it's a crazy time we live in, and like you said, you wanted to extend your reach in security. I see on your website that you mentioned the importance of self-defense. What can you tell us about, I guess, the security measures that you would like to have in place, or that you do have in place? I mean, I know someone who watches this who may have their own security business, or who may, and we want to definitely pull our resources together.
Definitely. Well, as far as security and defense goes, we have many members of our community that are already trained, whether it's law enforcement, whether it's military, and people may disagree with me, but also some people that may be into some things like I call them organizations, but people call them gangs. They still come with a certain amount of organization, respect, hierarchy, things like that. So they can be trained, they can be utilized for defensive measures, because at the end of the day, it's more about your heart and it's more about your intention. And a lot of those organizations were created to protect the community or whatnot. So it's really more about ex-military, ex-law enforcement, or even current law enforcement, bringing them together. And that's what we do right now. We network with them, and we hire them as
Okay,
perfect. Okay.
There we
go.
Sorry, a lot of paused us there, but I definitely got the gist of what you were saying, and I think you're absolutely right about wanting to pull resources from everywhere. And I mean, like you said, the gangs in the community, they definitely have some type of organization, and it's time to start protecting our communities and really understand the vital influence that they can have as well. I definitely agree with you on that. Now, also, like you also answered my next question. I love it. You guys are giving me so much information about homeschooling. If possible, I know you want to. What type of curriculum? I mean, it has to be opposite from what we're doing now. What you would like to, if you could have it, we're manifesting right now, into the world. Tell me a little bit about what's your vision for you?
The main thing that I think is important is that our children are taught by people who actually care about their welfare. You know what I mean? Somebody that they would look at as a family member. I noticed that teachers that my kids have that have that relationship with them, they typically have a better learning experience with them. So that would be my main concern. I don't even want to get on this live and act like I'm an expert in the education field, but that's when I know that we kind of need to change the narrative on and make sure that they're learning history about themselves in a true way, and not necessarily in the way that it's pretty obvious when you have your oppressor or some kind of teaching your children. I don't think that's the best thing to do, because they're going to teach them what they want to teach them, how they want to teach them. And that's why, we're taught that Christopher Columbus discovered America. So we just need to make sure that we're telling them the truth about themselves and letting them know the power that they have within, so that they can be their best selves.
Absolutely. And so how many people are members, if you have a roundabout number in your head of EVOPIA today?
We reached 3,000 a few days ago, so we have to check in and see where we're at. But we're definitely growing exponentially. People seem to want to discuss solutions for our community, and it's going to take a community approach. It's not something to where you're going to be an island and you're going to be insulated. And you can kind of see that from what happens with, I know people disagree with him, but Kanye. It doesn't matter if you have money. You can still be attacked. You look at maybe Nick Cannon or whatnot, so you still have the same issues. You really want to have the community around you because when things get tough, that's who you're gonna want to lean on, and that's the most powerful structure as well. So united, we're much stronger than we are separately. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah. What do you have to say to someone who may be watching this right now and they feel like they may not make enough money to really be a part of EVOPIA and really, have it be beneficial to them? What do you have to say to those concerns?
Well, money starts with an idea. So you may not have money today, but it's just an idea away. So it's more about coming together and discussing ideas. And everybody's equal when you think about it from that point of view. Ideas are just thoughts that we discuss. So your thoughts are way more valuable. If your thoughts have anything to do with solutions for us, then the money will come. That part will figure itself out. We're looking for solutions, and if anybody's solution oriented, then they'll be a valuable member of the organization. It's not necessarily a money thing. There's skills. There's network. There's a lot of different ways to contribute. So, money is really one of the most simple ways to contribute. And, you can go to a bank and get money. You can't go everywhere and get good ideas and good solutions. So that's really what we're more concerned about.
Yeah. And who is the cutie over there taking orders?
That's our little boy. He's active.
It's bedtime, so I apologize that I'm in and out, but gotta.
Let me tell you, mine is literally in the room with his daddy, and he's yelling my name as we speak.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Already know.
hi.
Okay. Now he wants to act shy like he wasn't making all that noise.
Hi, there we go.
Great night.
But beautiful family. Now, I was on the website and I love how you explain EVOPIA. You say we use the power of real estate to protect the economic, health, and political interests of Black people globally. I love that was so eloquently put. Can you touch on the importance of pulling resources, especially in the Black community, and networking and coming together? Can you just touch on that quote? There's a lot.
Yes. One of the things that I stand strongly on, in the mission statement, we put it together we were very conscious about the words that we use, and intentional. And the reason is that just based on my deductions of history and also what's happening right now, power has always been about a struggle for land. When you think about war, typically after the war, they established new territory on that land. You think about the term landlord. You get what I'm saying? Even the Declaration of Independence, everybody that signed that had to own land. Owning land has always been the foundation of power for civilization. So that's where I feel that we are going wrong as a community. We own much more land, much less land, significantly less land than we did about 50 years ago. And that's part of the reason that we're having a lot of the problems that we're having, where we're having to march and beg and plead and vote and things like that. And I'm not taking anything away from the processes, but all I'm saying is that if we own land, then we wouldn't have to do so.
Oh, I was just going to say that a part of what you were talking about, like the marching, part of the reason why we have to get permits to march and to meet is because we don't own the land that we are marching on. We don't own the land, the property that we want to, put our signs up and say like we want equality and all that stuff. So if we buy some land and we get some, then we'll have to ask permission.
Yeah, and then we can establish a lot of the things that we're begging for. And it all starts with land. Everything starts with land. Even the resources, guys. See somebody say resources here. You want to dig for gold. You want to, you get what I'm saying? You want to grow food. You want to do anything. It starts with land. You have to have somewhere to do it. And if we control that, then we control much more of our destiny. So it's very important that we own land and start with the property ownership.
Yeah, absolutely, and I couldn't agree more. And before I let you go, I gotta ask you this: what do you have to say to people who may be a bit skeptical of EVOPIA? You know, they feel like they're watching this and they feel like this is too good to be true. Okay, Black people pulling money together and doing all this. I don't know. What is your response?
Well, we try to make everything as easily accessible for everybody as possible. And I'm going to be as straightforward with you as possible about this. We're good at what we do. We're going to be okay regardless. This isn't about us. So we're not necessarily, if we had 0 members, we'd be fine. Our goal is to build the community for everybody. It's about generational wealth, and it's not just about my kids being passed down something and being well off. I need for your kids to be well off too and live in the same community as my kids so they can continue to build. So we're thinking much further down the line than just, personal gain or whatnot. We do very well in real estate on our own, so we don't necessarily need anything from anybody. We'll hustle and get it ourselves. But we do know that we're stronger as a community when it comes to doing something as gargantuan as we need to do as a community. So that's why we're looking to lend our resources, and we come out by giving. We come out by offering value. That's what we don't ask for that first. We just try to we show ourselves. As you see us continue to acquire property, as you continue to see us turn it from distress to, high quality and housing people and feeding people and things like that, I just hope that our sincerity, kind of emits off of us, and that people get involved, and hopefully, we can grow it to something much bigger, because the need is tremendous, much more tremendous than any one person can kind of handle themselves.
Yeah. How can people get information? No, go ahead, look.
No. She's gonna. You're talking.
Okay, I was just to, follow up. Like we said earlier, EVOPIA, the platform, is completely free, and so the people who are interested in partnering with us on like real estate developments and everything like that, we have opportunities there, but it's not, something that's open to the public, and we're not taking like, $10 from Sally, $5 from Joe, that type of deal. So it's kind of like a higher level situation. And so if you or somebody is interested in that, please feel free to reach out and we'll have a private conversation. But like he said, the resources that we offer are, free, and thanks to real estate and ownership, and hopefully very soon collective ownership.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if I haven't said it before, I want to say it again. What you guys are doing is really amazing, and I follow you. I've been following you, and I've been hearing about you, and I wish you more blessings, many blessings, and I hope you continue to do what you're doing. You're very inspiring to me, and I know to everybody that's going to watch this show. Can you give us the website one more time so people can get more information?
Yeah, you can register at evopia.org, and you'll be have access to our online platform where you can upload a profile picture, connect with friends, talk about upcoming things that we have going on, and then also hot topics as well. And we'll be sending out messages that way. You can follow us on Instagram at Majesty_Elize as well. And we post updates there regularly, and you can feel free to DM us.
And also, we're getting closer to the launch of our application, which will be completely free. It'll be on Android and in the Apple Store or whatnot. So it'll be maybe give us about a week or whatnot, just trying to get it into the stores. It's already been developed, so that'll be coming soon, and it'll have live streaming capabilities, so we could be doing exactly what we're doing right now on our platform. So, we'll let you know, update you once again when it goes live on those platforms, and we love to have you on the platform to, hopefully do another interview, on a black-owned platform.
Okay, I like that. I will definitely do that. You can tell me when. I would love to do that.
Somebody asked as a member, what is the next move? That would be to definitely download the free app. Yeah, download the free app, and we'll have more.
There'll be more information coming out on the app, because we'll be able to say what we want to, how we want to. You get what I'm saying? So there'll be a lot more information coming out on the app. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say they can give you everything, like on this. Check it out, But thank you to you so much for being a part of the show. Again, send me all information. I will continue to follow you guys. Look, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm tell my husband to sign up. You see, TiaLavon, I definitely and I support you 1,000%.
Thank you.